Seems like no matter what you do sometimes, your efforts go underappreciated or unappreciated, period. You know, all we do, man, is try to give men the information they need to become the best version of themselves. No hate. We love women. We don't hate them. We just don't take no foolishness. And we can't be controlled by our lust. Those men can, but not us.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
Now, I'm not gonna tell you, man, that you shouldn't value your woman at all. A woman does have value, but you can't overvalue her and convince yourself that she brings more value to your life than you bring to hers. You know, just the protection and provision is more than a woman can ever make up for, man. So I'm not saying don't give her props for what she does, but damn sure never make her feel like she's more important to you than you are to her, because it's just a figment of your imagination. She knows the truth, so you have to understand the truth as well. This is called the abundance mindset. There's nothing she can give you that you can't give yourself, besides a baby. And do you really want one of those right now? Nope.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
See, the main thing that men let women slide with is shut-uppiness and obedience. Now, when you use the term obedience with a woman, she automatically relates that to being a slave. But slaves aren't obedient. Obedience is a choice. Slaves either do it or die. Shut-uppiness is another thing that women have a problem with. It doesn't mean you can't talk. It means that you can't talk when I'm talking. It means that when we're talking about things that I do as the man, you don't have an opinion on those things, because I make decisions based on facts, not opinions, not even my own opinions, and most certainly not yours.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
Welcome to the Alphasphere, the only place on the planet that's totally engulfed in positivity and totally submerged in alpha energy. I'm your host, Dr. BOA.
Trying to become the most alpha version of you. Dying to become the most alpha version of you. Striving to become the most alpha version of you. Fighting to become the most alpha version of you. Welcome to the Alphasphere. Get money division. The place where you transform into a man on a mission. Learning to not feel guilty about selfish decisions. You and your best self would be on a head-on collision. You will not be stopped by obstacles that's dropped by those who wanna see you fall, cause more wanna see you fall. You will be so focused, you won't get no peace at all, till you go from mud feet to walking on streets of gold. Trying to become the most alpha version of you. Dying to become the most alpha version of you. Striving to become the most alpha version of you. Fighting to become the most alpha version of you. Dr. BOA, the utmost most alpha surgeon, helping you to become your most alpha version. Old and new you, this is where they will be merging. Get money today, so later you'll be splurging. Tell them haters you do not care what they say about you. Just mentally vow to make them live without you. When your vision sprouts to living it from chasing it. When they say your name, just make sure they put some bass on it. Trying to become the most alpha version of you. Trying to become the most alpha version of you. Striving to become the most alpha version of you. Fighting to become the most alpha version of you.
Let me unmute my mic first. Now let's try this again. Welcome back to another episode of the High Altitude Show. I'm your host with the most, the often imitated, never duplicated, Dr. BOA, aka Book of Alpha Running Me, here in the Alpha Sphere. Ready to get it in once again on behalf of the Alpha Men. The real Alpha Men. So I appreciate everybody being in the joint, man. That first one was smooth, man. I'm telling you, boy, that first one was raw, man. I'm telling you. I can't hit it like that no more, man. I was in my mode on that first one, man. I was in my mode. So, salute, famo, salute, Freeman 37, Hollow World Breaker, SJ3, my brother, salute, my squad deep in the building, man. Michael, what's good? Mike is so dope. JC, what up, man? CA, what up, homie? Law, what's good? Good to see you in the joint, man. Chris, what up, homie? Daniels, honey. Welcome to the Green Label Game. Shout out, welcome to the Alpha family. Got room for we got room for some ladies in here. Chief, stand still, my brother. Salute. Big Mo, what up? See where we got up in the joint, man. I think I got you, JC. Keep Ginseng. What up? So, man, now I'm going to be honest with y'all. If you came to see this video, I'm going to disappoint you. I cannot play the video on YouTube. Like, you can't play the video on YouTube. You can't play the video on IG. The video is on Twitter. If you go to Twitter and go into the search bar and put sip and paint in it, it's going to give you some options. You click on video, and it's going to be right there, right at the top. If they haven't taken it down yet. They may have taken it down already. So while we got a little minute, man, we got about another minute or so. Y'all, if y'all want to go ahead and check it out, man, y'all go ahead and do that, man. If you can make it quick, it's on Twitter. Go to the search bar, put sip and paint. Put it in the search bar, and go to the video, man, and it'll show it to you. It's quick, but I mean, it is authentic. You know what I'm saying? It is authentic. Crazy, bro. But we are going to talk about it, man, because when you think about the types of things that we're seeing perpetuated by women on social media now, it just leads to one thing. We have to understand that the same scars we had to overcome as men, women had to overcome those same scars. The only problem is they live in a society that's conducive to them not overcoming those. They cannot overcome those scars and still get everything they want in society except a husband. So the one thing they can't get, they just have resigned themselves to saying they don't want that thing. Somebody sent me a clip of the Nicki Minaj, Kevin Samuels joint, man. Of course, I ain't going to speak on it as far as piece of content, but he asked her about her marriage. Man, she literally, man, didn't even respond. She just played it to the left. Like that's something she didn't even want to talk about.
So even when a woman gets a husband, is a husband she ain't proud to have. Because nothing's different from her than the average woman out here who meets a man that's in jail. He's sending her letters. She going up there to visit him, get out and marry her. I know plenty of guys, man, who got out of prison, man, married a woman they met while they was in prison. The only thing is, she been knowing this cat before that. All she did was marry a guy straight out of prison and dealing with all the issues that women deal with when they marry a guy straight out of prison. There's backlash from it. He can't get no work. You know, you got to still worry about the criminal element from his past following behind him, because if they get you once, they want to try to get you again if they can. That's just how it goes. So when you really look at it, she's just an average woman in a relationship with a guy who just got out of prison. We have to stop pedestalizing these women and put them on a level that they haven't earned just because we think they deserve to be on that level because of the way they look. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of these women have scars. So I say this to you. So what? Let them have their scars. You know, who cares? I don't care. I don't care at all. Who cares about their scars, man? Let them have them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're their scars to get over. We don't have to worry about it. It's nothing for us to even be concerned about. So, you know, the more you think about it, you just have to ask yourself, is it even a big deal? Is it something that we should even be concerned about? You know, do we care about it? Should we care about it? I don't think we should. You know, the bottom line is we're in a society, man, that's doing nothing but creating, you know, a whole bunch of tricks and working girls. That's all it is. Just a bunch of tricks and working girls. So whatever we see, we're just seeing what plays out all the time. It's just not caught on camera. So I'm honestly not surprised that a woman will be caught in a pain and sip. You know, I mean, just going ham on one of the guys that's one of the nude models, man. You know, for me, you have to think about this. And you know, and we had a pain and sip down here for a minute, man. It just wasn't the right place for it. Didn't work out, man. Ended up having to close the doors. But on that night, on that new male model night, bro, let me tell you something. So just being in there to, you know, help the guy set up or whatever, man, before he do his thing, then I bounced. Man, it was so many women in there with wedding rings on, bro. So many married women was in there. Now, I will tell you guys this, and this is going to be a tough pill for men to swallow. If you out of shape, trust me, your woman want to see an in shape man. You can't even knock her for that. It's your job to be in shape as a man. If you get out of shape, you cannot knock your woman for wanting to see an in shape man. It's the same way if your woman get out of shape. She can't knock you for wanting to see an in shape woman. If your woman to let herself go, man, she can't knock you, man, for wanting an in shape woman. We all want that. We all want what's physically appealing to us, and for the most part, what's physically appealing to us is, you know, something that's in shape. In shape just looks better. That's just life, man. You know what I'm saying? Many people don't want to accept it, but it is just life. So what you got to understand is this. We live in a society where you should trust your woman. This is what they say. And if you don't trust them, now this guy whose wife this was, he should be trusting her. He shouldn't think that his wife is going to be in there getting recorded, doing this in a sipping paint. I'm talking about in front of everybody in there, cuz. And I'm going to be honest with you, the other women was looking quite uncomfortable. Like, they weren't really looking comfortable. They were like, I would do that, but not in public. Man, she was right there in public, man. But let me tell you, even this is the type of energy just perpetuated by the women that they follow. Let's listen to an example.
Man, run. You're in trouble. Because this man needs to be secure in the house and out the house. He needs to know, I got a good woman by my side. I don't care how many men want her. I know she's going to hold me down. If you don't have a secure man, run. You're in trouble. Because this man needs to be secure in the house and out the house. He needs to know, I got a good woman by my side. I don't care how many men want her. I know she's going to hold me down.
Now somebody told, now this man who old lady it was at this paint sip, he thought that. He thought he had a good woman. He thought he should have trusted her. He thought he should have been secure. He thought he shouldn't have had no concern about what a woman was doing. I tell you men all the time, you can't trust a woman any further than you can see her. When she's out of your sight, don't even use the word trust. Don't think about trust. Let me tell you a warning sign from a woman. This is a red flag. A red flag is a woman who is hell bent on making you trust her. If her focus is for you to trust her, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. Trust, the way a woman means that no matter what she does, no matter where she goes, you're gonna believe every single thing she says. If she says I'm over there, you're gonna be like, okay, my baby's over there. If she's over here, okay, my baby's over here. You're the type of man would let your woman go on a girls trip to Cancun or Jamaica or Trinidad, Grenada. You're that type of guy because you trust her further than you can see her. The majority of men out here with wives should be using protection when they interact with their wives intimately. The majority of men who have wives should be strapping up. There is so much infidelity in the world, man. And most times the infidelity is a married woman with a single man. See, what we got to understand is this. Most women are carrying scars from a previous relationship and are either looking to be saved and healed by you or get some payback at your expense. Those are the only two options. If a woman has been in previous relationships, she is scarred and she's looking for one of two things. God forbid she's looking for both of these things, but she's either looking to be saved and healed, rescued. I'll be sure. Do you wanna rescue me? That's what I'll be sure. Ready or not, I'll give you everything and more. You're gonna give her everything and more. She need a man to give her everything and more. That's how R&B in the 80s and 90s blew up. A bunch of heartbroken women needed to be sold the fantasy that somebody was gonna come and save them. Man, let me tell y'all something crazy. I was thinking about this the other day, man. I was thinking about how illogical the fairy tales are that girls grow up on. Let's take Cinderella, for example. Here's this girl. She's the laughing stock of her family. They treat her badly. They keep her locked away, man, like a Hebrew slave. She got to do all the cleaning. She got to do all of that, man. She got to pick up behind them folk, man. Man, they treat her like a servant. Suddenly, there's a ball at the castle with the prince. A fairy godmother comes. A fairy godmother just shows up out of nowhere and say, hey, you, got something for you. Go give me a whole bunch of just random household stuff. I'm going to turn it into a night at the palace for you. I'm going to turn that pumpkin into a carriage. I'm going to turn them tattered rags you got on into a dress. A gown, evening gown. You're going to be the baddest dame at the ball. I'm going to put you on these glass slippers. But you got to be out of there. You got to be out of there before the clock strikes 12. Now, here's the illogical part. The clock struck 12. The carriage turned back into a pumpkin. That gown turned it back into them tattered rags. Everything turned back into everything except what? Somebody put into the chat the one thing that magically didn't turn back to what she had. The one thing that didn't turn back. Somebody put in the chat the one thing that didn't turn back. The crux of the story is based on an impossible lie. It's based on an impossible lie. And these are the type of lies that girls are built on. Based on an impossible lie. The woman, everything turned back like it was, like the woman said, except the damn glass slippers. Except the glass slippers. Everything turned back. Now, tell me this. She turned her shoes into glass slippers. How she back at the crib working around her stepmom and stepsister with some glass slippers on? You know they ain't have but one pair of shoes for her. Now suddenly she done lost the slipper and she got the other one at home with her. That's the type of fantasy that women are raised on. That no matter what the odds seem like, no matter what the obstacles are, you're going to see a happy fairy tale way out of it. And this is the same thing that happens now. You meet a woman who's absolutely scarred, man. I'm talking about absolutely scarred. Got so many scars, man, she don't know whether she's coming or going. But she wants you to fix them. She wants you to fix them. Not me, you. That's a sense of entitlement. She has a sense of entitlement that whatever has happened to her, it is your job. You should be happy to fix it. Got 601 in here, man. Shout out to Jacktown, Mississippi. See, the problem is women aren't willing to accept their true position in the order of things. If she was willing to accept her true position in the order of things, everything would be totally different. But it's not, and it's not going to be. And then you have and see these type of women who are scarred like this and don't have any masculine guidance or anything in their lives, they end up producing simps. Like they end up, when they have babies, they have simps. This is what it is. And even women know it. Let's take a listen.
For the love of God, can women stop reproducing with low-T beta males who are self-proclaimed male feminists? We do not need to create more of those men. Or should I say men, because like, ew, they're not men, they're not masculine, they're like disgusting. But on behalf of society, for the common good, please do not create more male feminists, no more beta males, we don't need more of them. These type of men will not make good fathers, not good husbands. So like, I'm doing you a favor in advance and you will be returning the favor by not creating more of them. And yes, this includes all men that lean to the left, that are Democrats, liberals, they're automatically beta males. Low-T men will thrive off victim mentality and will claim to be an ally to feminists. And watch out, ladies, it's always the self-proclaimed male feminists that are the creepiest guys ever. Stay away. High-T masculine men would never show their weaknesses to the public and therefore would die before ever appearing to be a victim. Join me in my fight to make beta males extinct.
We can say what we want to say, man, but I can't argue it. And then she said, Chief, stand still. Salute my brother. Appreciate the dime. Too real. Bless up, Dr. BOA. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate it. Can't even debate. And then she said, man, she kept it a buck, as far as I'm concerned. Donnell Phillips, appreciate the 5 bones, man. That's the problem, man. When you have a woman who has internal issues that she hasn't healed, that she hasn't overcome, and you allow her into your life, she's going to be detrimental to your life. You know, I talk to you men all the time about the energy drain. She's going to drain your alpha energy. So when you reproduce with her, you're going to have a female producing with a man whose masculine levels have dropped because he's dealing with a female who can't do anything but drain his masculine energy. It's not a crime to say, okay, you need help. I can't deal with you. There's nothing wrong with that. Men feel obligated to jump in and save, but I keep telling you, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Don't save her. Don't save her. She don't really want to be saved. She want to be fixed. And that ain't your job. That ain't your job, homie. You know, part of the reason that, you know, some of these things take place, man, is that, you know, when we really sit down and think about it, we're in a society where women understand and they truly believe that all they have to do is show up. And by showing up, they deserve everything. They don't care anything about their virginity. They don't care anything about what they present to you physically. They believe that their body is the value, but they don't understand what that value is made of. They believe that just because they got the body, it is valuable. They don't understand that low usage is what gives the body value. The lower the usage, the more valuable. But they don't even think virginity exists. Take a listen to this foolishness.
Construct, and there's no real underlying significance to virginity. When you think about virginity, most times you straight away think of the woman. And that's because the pressure is put on women with their virginity more so than it is on men. Women are taught that you have this precious thing inside you that you can't just give away to anyone. You need to leave it for your husband, XYZ. And I think that is a very damaging image to give women. Because it, number one, teaches us our value is in our bodies. And
your value is in your body. That's the biggest problem that women have accepted. You can go out into society and have value in many ways. Your degree has value in society. Your job has value in society. Your collection of friends, your connections have value in society. But when you come out of that society and go into that household, your body is your value. If you can't please a man intimately, you ain't got no man. You got somebody that can't wait to get away from you. And that's what they don't understand. I meet a woman, man, and when a woman realizes, man, that everything she tries to offer me, it don't have no value to me, man, let me tell you something. I would rather like just pay a cleaning woman to come clean up my crib. Because I can get something done by a woman without having any interaction with her outside of business. None. No interaction outside of business. And for me, the value of that, you don't know the value of that until you can do it. See, if you got a woman that clean up your crib and wants something in return, you ain't got yourself nothing but a user. How a woman gonna clean up the crib, especially if she live with you? How you got a wife at home, she clean up the crib, she think you owe her something for cleaning up the crib that she got to live in too? These are the type of things that men deal with out here.
And number two, teaches us the only place that we can be fully sexual free beings as we are. Virginity.
She doesn't want to be held down intimately. She wants to be able to move around freely intimately. She wants to be able to do whatever she wants to do. She doesn't want to be held back by the social norms and social expectations, but she wants a husband. Man, let me tell you what's going on in this society. The sense of entitlement that women have doesn't make any sense because they don't offer enough positivity. They don't offer enough positive energy. They don't offer enough femininity to have the right to be. If a woman comes around and she's uber feminine, man, and I don't get no back lip from a man or none of that, man, let me tell you something. That woman has a right to feel entitled to a certain treatment. And they want to shame you for wanting a woman who ain't got no opinion. No, you can have an opinion. You can have all the opinion you want to. It just ain't going to affect no decision I make. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to make any decision. And you can't have an opinion on the things that I do. Like, matter of fact, you can't have an opinion. Get somebody else your opinion. Opinion on what? Who gives a care? I don't know. No. I recant that statement. Nah. Opinion on what? What you need an opinion for? Opinion on what? You see what happens when a woman has an opinion? You just heard Nicki Minaj's opinion. You just heard this woman's opinion. Women's opinions don't make sense. Women's opinions have no value. If you're not talking about something they learned in school. Now, if in business, if you have a woman who has learned that business or learned that what makes that business tick in school, yes, her opinion matters. I'm talking about on a personal relationship. Her opinion doesn't matter. Like everything, I have never heard a woman's opinion that made sense. Ever. I've never heard a woman's opinion that made sense. Like a woman's standalone opinion. Now I've heard a woman recreate or present a man's opinion and maybe even doctor it up to make it a little bit more feminine, but it's still at the crux of it. It's a man's opinion. I've never heard a woman give a valuable opinion on anything that matters. I just really haven't. They do a good job of repeating rhetoric. You know what I'm saying? They do a very good job repeating rhetoric. But just having an unbiased original opinion, nah, man. Who want that? See, a woman's problem is the modern woman has a failure to accept taking care of a man's intimate needs. That's your number one job if you got a man. They don't want that to be their number one job because they want you to value them more than that. But why? When a woman is at a sipping paint, breaking off a stranger. Why? Think about all the videos you see where men have caught their women cheating. Why? Would you value more than that? That's all she values. Man, if you meet a woman and she want money from you, the only thing she gonna offer you for money is intimacy. Because she knows that's the only thing. A woman will not try to get money out of you for nothing else. She won't. She is not gonna try to get money out of you for anything else, man. Because she truly understands what her value is. They try to act like they don't. But when it all boils down, especially when you get them in their feelings, boy, if you could talk one of them to get in their feelings, where they're going to be open about something, like this, peep game.
I don't know why you guys get so riled up about me saying that I agree with those dudes that be on the podcast talking about they just looking for a check, they just looking for a check. I agree with them because it's the truth. Besides your money, what else do you have to offer? A lot of you guys think that because you spend your life chasing money, power, position in order to get females, that's it. You guys think that that's I'm wealthy, I have muscles, that's all I have to contribute. I run with other wealthy men, I can do this, I can do that. Besides that, what else do you have to offer? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you run into a woman like me that, I have my shit together. I make my own money. I do whatever the fuck I want. I live good. And then it's like, okay, so you have money. That's great. I'm interested. You have money. That's great. But besides that, who are you? You know what I'm saying? And then it's always the broke guys that ask, what do you bring to the table? The broke guys are always worried about this table. And then you're like, oh, well, what do you bring to the table? Sir, why would I bring anything else to the table other than my physicality?
That's it. Now, I want you to look at all the things she named. Your wealth, your status. You run in circles with other wealthy men. You've worked hard to build what you got. That means that you have built perseverance, determination, focus, drive. All of those are great qualities to have. And you notice that she said all she's bringing for all of that is her physicality. You know why? Because women know, whether they admit it or not, that their value is in their physicality. They know it. They know it. They can't deny it. Her value is in her physicality. You find me a woman who getting real money, the only man who gonna take her seriously. Now, unless she come across that alpha who just an older guy who gonna be able to lead her. You know what I'm saying? You look at Jay and B. Jay jump in that situation because Jay's an older guy. He's able to lead her. He's an older, even more paid guy than she is. And he was able to lead her. He's a boss. But here this woman is saying that all she's going to give you is her physicality, no matter what you bring. Everything you bring, she's trying to flip it on men to make it seem like those things that men bring have no value. No, she's telling you all she has to give you for those things is her physicality. This is nothing for men to feel anything way about. This is a woman saying, yes, all I have to offer a man who has made his money, put himself in a position to win, put himself in a position of power, become the most alpha version of himself, is my physicality. That's all she's saying. And what she's saying is, since that's all she has, she needs to get paid for it. She needs to sell it. She ain't got nothing else to make no money with. She needs to sell it. Even the money she talking about she make it with her physicality. I pulled this off of TikTok. Man, that's all she does. She does things for the physicality. But at least she's admitting it. Many women won't. They'll talk about all this, like the other chick talk about the perceived value. That, come on, man. Let's get back into it.
Physicality, because that's what you like. That's why you're speaking to me. That's why you've decided to pursue me.
That's why you're cold approaching.
That's why you're in my face. That's why you're in my DMs. That's why you're texting me, calling.
Cold approaching. Everything she calling out is cold approaching. This is how a woman feels about a man who cold approaching, even if you got paid.
That's why you're asking me out, whatever it is. That's why, because you like the way that I look. Why would I bring anything else other than that when you aren't?
Now, she just said, why would I bring anything else other than my physicality when you aren't? After she ran down a whole list of things that a man's bringing. You see what I'm saying? Like, she believes her intimacy is worth everything you have. No matter how many times somebody else has been on the merry-go-round, she believes that you should sit on it without wiping the seat off. No matter how many times somebody else has sat in that seat, you shouldn't sanitize it before you sit on it. That's what she's saying. And it's, you know what? To be perfectly honest with you, I can't even knock her for saying it because she's keeping it a buck, man. She's keeping it 100. And I can respect a woman who keep it 100 and say that all I have is this.
Besides your money, besides your position or your power level, whatever it is.
Listen to how she's minimizing all of those things. Your money, your position, your power level. Something she could never attain. Something she could never attain. That don't come every day. That don't come every day. A man with those characteristics, with those things in place, don't come every day.
Besides that, you ain't really shit either. So why would I bring anything? I'm not bringing anything to the table. I'm not bringing a fucking thing to the table other than this fat ass, these big titties, this pretty little fight. That's it. That's it. That's all you get from me.
And you know what? Honestly, man, this is about the most decent she looks on all of her joints. Like, she wear a bunch of makeup. She got a bunch of tats. She hood, man. She hood. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Just to be honest with you, man, a man who really got his paper together, like a man who really got his paper together, just should not be dealing with hood rats. You just shouldn't be dealing with hood rats. If you really got your paper together, you just shouldn't be dealing with hood rats, man. There's no reason for you to be dealing with them. It don't make sense.
That's it. And I'm going to take your money 100%. Yes. Because that's all you can give. You know what I'm saying? That's all you can give. Like, why are you guys upset about that? If it's the truth, you guys look at us as, okay, you know, you look good and you know, that's what I want. I want to fuck. I want this. I want that. But if that's your mindset, cool, bro. But why get upset when a woman says the same thing?
See, when you listen to her, man, you just have to understand that we live in a society where the simps have ruined the world. Society is creating a bunch of simps. So these men get rich and they chase a woman like this. These men get famous and they chase a woman like this. These men get prestige and they chase a woman like this. And not only do they chase her, sometimes they put their seed and they end up knocking her up. Now, she's a baby mama to a rich dude, ain't never got to work another day in her life. So all she sees is tricks. And that's what's, man, you know what? What we're creating right now is a world of tricks and working girls. That's all we're creating. A world of tricks and working girls. But you know what I'm going to do? We're going to listen to an OG pimp tell you how it is.
Society at large is raising tricks and hoes. And knowing that you're doing all that you can to keep your family separated from this lifestyle. But unbeknownst to you, up until the time that you actually saw this video, you never put it together that America was raising tricks and hoes. And they have placed you and your family in jeopardy because this is the social ideology. You work hard, you get some money, you give the money to a girl, and she's nice to you. Or, from a female perspective, when you find a guy who has some money and he takes you out, buys you dresses, diamonds, whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's the guy that you're nice to. In my mind's eye, any exchange of sex for economic gratuity, according to Webster, is prostitution.
Now, when he says that, it'll be a problem. You know what I'm saying? This probably won't be monetized. It's going to be a problem when he says it. But the girl just said the same thing. She just said, I will trade you this for that. He's just putting a title on it. He's putting a label on it. He's packaging it the way it should be packaged. He's letting everyone know that what she just said is the same thing that we've been doing for years. Like what we're living in is a modern version of the game. That's why I always tell y'all, man, apply the ism to the square world. Because the women are applying the hoe into the square world. You can't deal with them. But in two ways, you got to deal with them with the principles of the ism, or you got to deal with them with the principles of the trism. That's all, man. You either simping or you pimping. That's all you doing. This is the way the game goes. But the problem is in this society, you as a man can't really make no money off the girl like the ism on the turf. The girls, the internet is the new maestro. All these dating sites, that's the new maestro. A woman can meet you on a dating site. The dating site gets the money. The dating site gets the payoff. The dating site is the middleman that introduces the girl with the goods to the man with the bag. Let's finish listening to this OG pimp.
So when you come face to face with who you are as a person, an individual within this society, how do you handle that? Again, a prince of the game is simply somebody who chooses not to play that particular game, who has reversed the game on psychology and said, I want the cash. I want the diamonds. I want the furs. I want the house on the hill. Ism.
So when you really think about it, man, all we talking about is the way the world functions. We ain't making no rules, man. The rules been in place forever. So when you meet a woman right now, man, that's why I don't cold approach women, bro. You only cold approach your women if you want what she has. And man, all these guys talking about they getting all these women, man, you ain't getting no bad chicks without breaking no bread, homie. I don't care what y'all say. Because it's entertainers. It's guys with way more money than you'll ever have that's willing to break bread with them. If you telling me you got 10 bad dime pieces, boy, you breaking bread. Because you're not just getting with those women, being intimate with them, and you ain't kicking out nothing. The game don't work like that. That just ain't how the game goes, man. The game does not work that way. It doesn't have to work that way. A woman don't have to be with you for free. You ain't the only man that's going to break your back trying to give her pleasure. There's men who going to break her back trying to give her pleasure and pay her. She does not have to settle for you thinking that you just going to come in and break her back and you're going to flex your game and you're going to have all these dimes. I guarantee you, man, you find me a man say he got 10 dimes, man, that man lying if he flying, man. I'm telling you, he got wings on his back right now. The game don't work that way no more, man. Women have too much access. A bad chick can be on IG, man. She can be a bad chick from Mud Lick, Kentucky. But if she bad, you never know. Drake might jump in her DM. Future might jump in her DM. Guys who don't mind just kicking off a bag. We know these guys don't mind kicking off a bag. buying a Birkin, buying some diamonds. But these guys don't mind tricking off their paper at all. They believe it ain't tricking if you got it. So you can't compete in a game where the guys with the paper don't mind tricking. There was a point where the guys with the paper were the ism. Now the guys with the paper are the tricking. Ain't nothing you can do about it. You can't compete with that, homies. I don't care what you say. I don't care who you are. You cannot compete with that. There is no competition for men with paper who are willing to pay to play. Stop trying to compete with something that you ain't even in the same league with. It just don't work like that. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news. That's why when guys be talking about, man, do you get women? I'll be like, man, let me tell you something, bro. Do you get women? And if you do get them, how much you break bread with them? Man, let me tell you something. That's why you have to play the game where if a woman is not showing attraction confirmation, I got better things to do. I got money to make. Hey, I want to send a shout out to my homie DJ Benz, man. He linked this to me today, man. I got to show y'all this, man. Y'all check it out.
Okay. She better be with me. Big boss. That's it. My way or no way, and no way is okay. You feel me?
He sent me that today, man. Just a quick little snip, man, of him telling the broad, it's my way or no way, and no way is okay. He should have put shout out to BOA on there, though, for real. He did. He sent it to me, though. But that's the game. You got to be confident with that game. And that wasn't no bad looking chick he was there with. You got to be confident with that game. She got to be with me. My way or no way, and no way is okay. Because you know what? If it come to no way, I'm finna book me a flight and take a vacation. I'm finna book me a flight and go somewhere. Meet me some bad while I'm there. If it's close enough, man, jump in the whip, bend me a corner, man. Jump in the whip, man. Pack me a bag, jump in the whip, man. Bend me a corner, man. Head out to ATL, man. Go to Orlando or somewhere. Go to Houston somewhere, man. Head to Dallas. Go somewhere, man. I go to Little Rock. I go somewhere. Go anywhere. Go to Memphis. Go somewhere. And then when I'm there, man, wherever you at, man, you can meet a chick, man. You can just be out to dinner. You could be out to dinner, man, meet a chick, man. If you draped up and dripped out, man, you out to dinner by yourself, man. Let me tell you something, boy. Somebody in there, man, want to have dinner with you. Somebody in there want to have dinner with you. And it ain't about meeting no wife. It ain't about meeting no wife. See, I'm like this. If I'm enjoying my life and a woman with me, she gonna enjoy my life with me. You understand what I'm saying? She gonna enjoy my life with me. But I ain't gonna cash her out. I ain't finna cash nobody out. I don't do no cash out. I don't do no cashing out, homie. At no time. I ain't doing no cashing out. But she can enjoy my life with me. You understand? If I'm staying in the presidential suite on top floor, if I'm on the roof of the Ritz-Carlton and she with me, guess what she gonna be staying for the first time in her life? President's suite, top floor, Ritz-Carlton. Is she gonna be in Miami with me on a beach cabana for 10 days? I'm gonna be there. If she there with me, guess what she finna be? First time in her life, man, waking up, man, looking right at the beach in Miami in a beach cabana. I'm talking about, man, something bad. That's it. What's she gonna do? But then she gonna go to the crib. Because I don't do no cashing out. You got too many men in the world that's cashing women out. You can't play that game. You can't play that pursuit game, especially in a town like Miami or LA, New York City, even the ATL, Houston. Boy, you can't compete in that game. Boy, them boys out there getting paper. You think you compete with a professional athlete, man, who don't mind blowing 50 bands on a woman? How you gonna compete with that? You run around chasing women, your odds is very low. You compete with men who are willing to break bread. And once women realize that the majority of these men with money are willing to make bread, the way they mind function about the game change. And that chick just told you that. The way they mind function about the game just changed. It ain't the same as it used to be, homie. So anybody that's still, man, trying to preach that same old 1999 game, man, bro, that's dead. Yeah, man, you ain't finna link in with nothing on that right there. You might well stop it. Just stop it, man. Cut it out, man. Stop it. Stop it. I ain't playing with you. Cut it out, boy. That's just the reality of it.
Notice that are blatantly.
Okay, I think we. So, man, the real deal is this, man. When You know, men and women believe it's fair to use a man's emotional attachment against him. And it is fair, even down to using your emotional attachment to your children. A woman will use your emotional attachment to your children against you. That's why I don't have none. You know what I'm saying? I got a father's love for my seeds, man. But it ain't no you can control me with it. It ain't that type of thing where you can control me with it. You can't tell me, well, I ain't gonna let you see him. Okay, cool. That give me more free time to work and do other shit. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna never be able to use it against me. You ain't gonna never be able to take it and use it as a weapon against me. You can't weaponize life against me. I ain't gonna let you do it. I ain't gonna let you do it. Let's peep this out.
Women out there who are yesing and into the memes that are going up talking about something. You shouldn't be sleeping with a man. You shouldn't be fucking a man unless he can help you pay your bills. No. It's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you even talking about? What are you talking about? You're a grown-ass woman. You should be able to pay your bills long before that man came along. Don't put the responsibility on a man, telling him, in order for us to be fucking, since I'm fucking you, you got to pay my bills. So if I'm a dude and I meet you and we go out on 3 dates and we once or twice, that means I'm now responsible for your bills? Get the fuck out of here. That's the problem is you got the F's messed up. And then there's focus. Your priorities are messed up. Put your priorities in place and stop and start focusing on being able to take care of yourself. You are not that man's responsibility because you chose to lay down with him. Your bills should be paid either way. Stop trying to make men bad for not doing something that you should be able to do on your own, ladies. Come on.
That's just the truth of the matter. You're a grown woman. You say you got that body. Why are you looking for a man to pay your bills? Why are you looking for a man to pay your bills? That go all the way back. That's the child, man. Can you pay my bill? Can you pay my telephone bill? Can you pay my automobile? If you can, then maybe we can chill. You hear what I'm saying? Can you pay my bills? Come on, man. Where your dad at? See, a girl who say that ain't got no daddy. Look, GMB daughter. GMB got a grown daughter. I can guarantee you that GMB didn't teach his daughter. You better go out there and you better trade your intimacy for a man's money. Why? Because GMB is her daddy. She got her daddy. That's not even logical. Shout out to the homie GMB, man. Salute, bro. Appreciate the dub. Over the past 50 years, they brought the program their son to be slave to them financially. The ultimate hive. Hashtag men first. You know what? That's a good point, G. That's the main thing. You know what, man? I saw a video, man, and if I could find it, I might do a piece of content on it. There was a little boy, man. He was 7, I think. He was on America's Got Talent or something. They asked him what he would do when he win. Somebody put in the chat what you think he said. He's 7 years old. 7 years old. Tell me what you think he said. Hey, little Timmy, if you win, what are you going to do with your winnings? Somebody tell me what you think that little fella said, man. And I was embarrassed. Buy his mama a house. Buy his mama a house. Buy his mama a house. That boy's 7 years old. He got his whole life ahead of him. He ain't accomplished nothing. He can't chase his dream because he ain't even old enough to be through dreaming yet. And he gonna take his money. The only good lick like that he'll probably ever make. He'll probably never, ever make that type of lick if he won that. And he gonna buy his mama a house? Where your mama husband at? She ain't got no man. Come on, bro. That don't make no sense, man. G said he got 3 grown daughters, none married, but no children either. That was flocking me about every issue that they have. That's how it is, G. That's how it is, man. When you got them and they ain't got no babies, boy, and then, boy, let me tell you something. Every issue. Every one of them. The Enterprise, appreciate the dime. Tapping in, label, what's good, big homie? Just paying dues. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you being in the joint, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate you sliding through. A mess, y'all. I see you, bro. So you got to keep in mind, man, that when you have no male leadership in your life, then you are almost destined for failure. And that's why I never switched and started trying to chase the dollar. Man, I could have started chasing the dollar. There's a certain type of content I could drop every day and chase the dollar and chase the dollar. And I really could. But my goal is to make sure that men who didn't have any male leadership can pick up the pieces of a single mother led shamble of a life and move forward as men. Because see, here's the thing. Anytime somebody says something about, well, he made it with a single mom, it's always an athlete. That boy made it on his own talent. Let's take LeBron James. If he didn't have that talent, how you think he would end up with a single mom? That boy own talent that he probably got from his dad is what put him there. You know he didn't get his height from his mama. His talent that he got from his dad is what made him. It wasn't no single mama. It was a coach that said, that boy, that is going to be good. I need to win to keep my job. Let me make sure I take that boy under my wing. There was always something to gain for the men who led him through there. So yes, he came through. There are other men who came through. And now when you come through and you're the darling of the league, there's going to be other benefits in place, other things in place to protect you when you're the face of the league. But for every one LeBron, there's 1,000 boys who fills it out before they were 21. Penitentiary full of young boys, man, who never even finished high school before they got locked up. The streets are full of old men who went to penitentiary before they got 21 and didn't get out for 30 years. Now they out here living in a world like they just woke up out of a time warp, which they really did. They don't know what's going on in the world, ain't got no opportunities and all of that. Now, am I saying just because your father's in the home, you're going to turn out good? No. But what I am saying is your options are there. You can make stupid decisions, just go do what you want to do. You can do that. But if you have strong male leadership in your life growing up, you're going to turn out differently. Even if you mess up, you're still going to have the wisdom, understanding, knowledge there. So you can come out and recover. See, the bottom line is when you're in a situation where you don't understand what it is to be a man in a society, then you don't understand what it means to be a man with women either. You just have no idea what it means to carry yourself as a man. And so you're liable to get in a situation with a woman who's able to take advantage of you, a woman who's able to make you think it's logical and fair to give her money for her intimacy. I want you to think about the logic of that. You're not paying for intimacy. You're paying because you're a slave to your own pleasure, brother. It ain't got nothing to do with that particular woman. It could be any woman. You're paying the price for being a slave to your own lust, man, to your own desires. Am I saying you ain't never supposed to get laid? No, I ain't saying that. But what I'm saying, it ain't no better for me and you to be out here knocking down 100 women than it is for a woman to be knocking down 100 men. We wasn't put here to do that. We wasn't put here to be down here, man, knocking down as many women as we can. It's evil to preach that. It's detrimental to the masculinity of a young man to teach him that. That is an exercise in futility. Can't accomplish that, man, living life like that. Can't accomplish that living life like that, man. Can't do it. See, here's the problem with women. They don't understand the value of their body. And that's evident by their willingness to use it just as a pleasure tool for any man. Any man who will pay the price, they'll use it as a pleasure tool. They don't value it. She doesn't value her body. Her body means nothing to her. It's not something that she prides herself in. It's not something that she believes has value. It's not something that she wants to believe has value. She wants to use it the way she wants to use it. It don't matter to her if it ain't got no value. She don't care. She just want to go out and have fun with it. And men get into the habit where they start overvaluing it just because a woman says it has value. Now, if she don't value it, you just heard this woman say, women don't want their value to be that. But that's the thing that they'll trade for money. So what, they don't value money either? They don't value money, but they value what they can buy with money. That's why a man that's paid can buy her a bag instead of giving her the money. She'll take the bag over the money. You give her the money, all she's going to do is buy the bag anyway. You got to stop letting women dictate their value to you. That's one of the main things. Stop letting a woman dictate her value to you. You go through all this just to get that one good feeling. And then you go to the next woman to get that same one good feeling. It's the same feeling. Everything else is just visual games you playing with yourself. She looks different. She's taller. She's shorter. She's thicker. She's slimmer. She's darker. She's lighter. She's all of those things are just games you're playing with yourself. But the bottom line is you're willing to pay what you weigh for the chance to play. And it's only because a woman told you, well, if you want me, then I'm worth this money. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're really not. Craig Newman, welcome to the family, bro. Project 007, appreciate the dime. Salute Dr. B.O.A. King Solomon gave us the ism in the book of Proverbs that need to be applied. Man, all the ism you need is in the book of Proverbs. Whenever man asks me, man, where should I start? I always tell him, man, start in the book of Proverbs. The book of Proverbs will put you where you need to be. Just that one book will put you where you need to be. Coolin 87, appreciate the twin dub, man. Your work is deeply appreciated, Doc. Salute to you. Salute, bro. I appreciate you stopping through, man. Appreciate the support. So the truth of the matter is this. When you think about a woman saying that, if you meet a woman that way, you can never put her in any other position except the position of a woman who's willing to be paid to play. You can't wife that. You can't. And here's the thing. Many women do it, but they don't want to put the title on it. Many women do it. They don't want to put title on it. They don't want that title, even though they know the exchange is what it is. I say force her to accept the title. Remind her of the title. Let her know what the title is. If you're playing the game, then you must recognize that you are a player in that game. You are playing the game. And then not only that, this woman in this video, she just dictated her value and your value. Well, all those things you got are only worth my body. Well, I got this body, so I deserve all of the things you got. She just literally defined everything. And you know what? That's probably a guy right now that's in her DM. Can't wait to get with her. And I'm going to be honest with you, man. She wasn't even attractive. She wasn't the worst looking woman in the world, but she wasn't attractive like that. It wasn't that type of thing where we need to be trying to. We already saw that one, man. I may do a piece of content on that one. I was unprepared, man. I couldn't even get my fill-in videos in, man. I was having some technical difficulty, homie. Some real live technical difficulties, man. I was having some. I ain't gonna lie to you. They were bad too, bro. They were bad. That was bad technical difficulties, man. So, the reality of the scenario, man, is no matter what we do or say, we got to remember that this is the treatment you should be getting from a woman. outside, out there, homies just sitting, trying to smoke. Look, taking her time, doing it the right way. Ain't rushing through it. Look at that, getting in between them fingers, doing it the right way, doing it the way it's supposed to be done, making sure home is straight. Look at that, all between them fingers, man, making sure she's getting them good, taking her time. That boy Ashley too, and he's just out there chilling. Ain't said a word. Using the good hand, letting her get the other hand. See, when we talking about the way things should be, this simple gesture is just one of those things. She probably came out there and saw him and said, "Hey, maybe you Ashley. Let me go get this lotion." I doubt if he told her to go get it, because he probably didn't care you, Ashley. You see what I'm saying? That's the type, just that basic interaction. Many men can't even get that. Now, you can't get that, but you're giving a woman your money, you're giving her your intimacy. Here's the problem. Unless you just a dude that just going to get off as quick as you can, man, the woman is getting intimate pleasure as well. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're a man like me, then a woman getting intimate pleasure as well. She's getting intimate pleasure as well. Why? Because that I'm just gonna have fun while I'm with her. You know what I'm saying? If I'm intimate with her, I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna enjoy myself. And what's the fun? The process of progress. The process is fun. So doing as many things I can with her, flipping as many ways as I can. You know, orangutan, monkey bars. You know, gorilla monsoon. All of those things, just whatever I can, whatever I think of. So I'm gonna give her the intimate pleasure, maybe some of the best she's ever had in her life. Then I'm gonna give her my money. Then she get to spend time in the presence of the alpha energy. I'm gonna drop some gems on her, which is just what I'm gonna do every time I open my mouth around her, bro. Then at the same time, now what I'm getting out of that, just intimacy? Come on, bro. I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna do that. So that's why you gotta put her to work. She has to bring a skill that is beneficial to the process of your progress. If she ain't got no skill that beneficial to the process of your progress, man, you are already losing the very moment you touch her. The very moment you touch her. Yep, that is GMB. That is. Man, let me tell you something, man. I'm gonna go ahead and let my bro give me a pedicure, man. She been begging me. Pedicure, man. Man, she give me facials. You know what I'm saying? Like, she give me facials. I got this new product, man, that I'm thinking about endorsing. And like, she was already giving me facials before, so they gave me the facial product, man. She just used it to give me a facial, man. So she does the facial, man. Just massages, pretty much a massage every day. You know what I'm saying? I work out, bam, instant massage after that. And just all kind of things, man. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you name, bath, water, whatever you name, man, it just happens. Not because I force it, not because I ask for it. These are all things that are offered to me on a regular basis. They're just offered on a regular basis. And, you know, I mean, what can I do about it? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because here's the thing. I'm going to be who I am. And if a woman's going to deal with me, she's going to deal with me the way I am. It's always going to be my way or no way. I ain't changing nothing. I ain't changing nothing. I ain't finna go get waxed. Dog, I'm a grown man. I'm an OG. I'm a grown man. Masculine man. High testosterone levels. So hair grows on parts of my body. I'm not finna go get waxed. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna do it. I dropped the bra about that one time, man. She said, you need to get waxed. I said, what you talking about get waxed? Yeah, you need to get waxed. Like, everybody need to be smooth like mine. I dropped her. I ain't even respond to it. She just ain't never talked to me no more since then. I'm like, it sounds like you want a girl. Man, I ain't finna play that game. Men and women are made differently. Physically, we're different. We're made different. Now, the funny thing is, she want me to get whacked, but keep the hair on my face. Come on, man. I ain't finna do that. I ain't finna do it. If that's what it take to have that woman over there, I don't want that woman over there. I don't want her. So, the bottom line is, man, you cannot be jumping through hoops for these women. And you got guys out here that jump through flaming hoop with gasoline draws on for them. You understand? And you gotta keep in mind, the only thing a woman can do in the world to get the man she wants, she either gonna have to do what that man wanted her to do or settle for a lesser man. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna have to lower her standard or loosen her restrictions. That's what she's gonna have to do. Because a woman with me, she can't have no restrictions. She can't have no restrictions, man. She gotta be open to the way that I do things. And here's the thing. Yes, a woman can go somewhere and get money. A woman can go somewhere and get laid. A woman can go somewhere and get anything she wants. But a woman can't go anywhere and get this alpha energy. That's why I work so hard to build it. That's why I work so hard to protect it. Because I know it's the one differentiating factor. Put me in a room with 100 men and we all got $1 million. Some of them going to automatically be eliminated because they beta male simp man giants. And then we're going to boil down to the ones who got the alpha energy. Now, how many of us been working on our alpha energy every day, every week, every month, every year? How many of us take 6 months off every year and abstain from intimacy? How many of us eat clean and lean? How many of us rest on the Sabbath day? Or we going to get down to it, we going to get down and dirty, and then it's going to be one. And so when I walk into a room, I walk into the room like I own the room. I don't walk into the room so the other people can think I own the room. I walk into the room because I automatically know that I'm the alpha dundada of the room. None of that other stuff matters. None of that other stuff matters. Put me in a room with the most gangster cat in the world. Leave me in there for 10 minutes. Y'all come back in, man. We'll be sitting there playing dominoes, man. He'll be sitting back chilling. We'll be in there playing dominoes. Because our common ground is not that gangster shit. Our common ground is man to man. Our common ground is masculinity. And once we have a respect for one another's masculinity, the tension is going to fade away. You see what I'm saying? Masculine energy dominates society. It's just that most men don't have it anymore. They don't want it. They don't protect it. They don't build it. They don't cultivate it. They don't nurture it. Why? Oh, my bad. Women say I'm being toxic. Women say I'm too masculine. Women say I should stop being so rough. Why you gotta be rough all the time? You always gotta be so hard? Why you get in touch with your feminine side? It's okay to cry around me. You don't never cry. You ain't got no emotion. I want you to fall in love with me. Sometimes it seems like you just don't care. And men buckle under the pressure of those things. Men get worn down by the whining and complaining of women. I don't get worn down by it. Because I tune it out. It don't matter to me. Guy be sending me content, man, of women talking bad about men, black men, and all that. Bro, I don't care nothing about none of that. I'm telling y'all, man, listen, man. If you don't hear this, I'm sorry for you. But, man, if you send me some content about some woman talking bad about black men, I'm going to block you. I don't care nothing about it. I don't care nothing about it. So, man, I appreciate everybody being in the joint, man. I ain't going to hold y'all too long, man. But here's what you got to stop doing. You got to stop giving up anything for sex. Like a man will have 10 things and give them all up just to be intimate with a woman. She can have access to everything. Man, let me tell you something. I know men who have bought women cars, homes, stocks, Bitcoin, drop stacks in a bank account for them, Man, I knew a guy was giving a woman a $25,000 a month stipend. That more than PJ Washington was going to give Brittany Renner. And he met this woman on Seeking the Rain. It wasn't going to never be nothing. She didn't even have his baby or nothing. So the reality of the scenario is this, man. You got to keep in mind that when you are willing to give up everything you have for some basic intimacy, man, you're selling yourself short. You know what I'm saying? And the problem is you got to stop letting women gas you up or down. You know how many men would take that personally, what that bro said, man? Well, your money ain't worth it, man. Nobody care what she said. Because if we interact, I'm going to dominate the interaction. I'm going to dictate the interaction. She ain't going to be, and I'm going to take your money. How you going to take my money? I ain't going to give it to you. Well, you don't give me your money. I ain't going to give you no. Okay, cool. Cool. It was nice to meet you then, shawty. I ain't finna spend no time with her. Because if I look at it and I don't want to cut her and she ain't got no type of value, no other kind of way, what I'm going to do, man? I ain't never looked at a woman and said, ooh, I want her so bad. Because the only thing, man, let me tell you something. I've seen people perish slowly from HIV, man, on a couple of occasions. I've seen people perish slowly. And I'm going to be honest with you, bro. Just watching that, even if I wasn't already on this ism, just watching that would have pulled me away from just rushing to jump in the sack with a woman, man. I don't never look at a woman and be like, oh, man, she's just so amazing, man. Oh, man, I wish I could touch her right now. Man, don't do that, man. That beta male simp mangina activity, man. If you like that, man, get control of yourself. Be a man. Stop acting like a little old boy, man. Like you ain't never got laid before. We used to do that in junior high, man. Well, I didn't, but we ain't gonna get into that. I was a little bit too young to discuss that. But man, you ain't in junior high, bro. You ain't in high school. You're a grown man. All they talk about how many women you get, and you still chasing them like that? You still going goo goo gaga because you see a woman that look good? Let me tell you something. And here's the real deal. The only man who is validated by his wood is a man who believes that his wood is the only thing he has that's good. And everything else is mediocre. You have to create things in your life that are more valuable than your wood, dog. To yourself. You can't determine what a woman values. I'm talking about to yourself. Everything we talk about ain't about what a woman wants. Nothing we talk about is about what a woman wants. We talk about what you want, what you see in yourself. What you see in yourself. Stop being a simp savior. And understand that all your decisions have consequences and repercussions. And sometimes those consequences and repercussions can cost you a lot, man. Don't keep doing that to yourself. So let's get ready to slide on out of here, man. I appreciate everybody being in the joint. SJ3, Famo, I appreciate y'all, brother, being in the joint, man. Control your wood. Control your wood, man. Don't let your wood lead you. Don't let your wood lead you because your show can't feed you, man, unless you're a gigolo. And if you're a gigolo, you ain't talking about chasing. So, man, let's get ready to slide on out of here. I appreciate everybody being in the joint. I'll see y'all again tomorrow, man, on the King Ray channel. King Ray Show, 1:15 p.m. Central Standard Time. Back again on the BOA show tomorrow, on the High Altitude Show with Dr. BOA, 4:05 p.m. Central Standard Time. I appreciate everybody being in the joint, man. GMB, man, appreciate you sliding through, brother. All the other brothers coming through, I appreciate it, man. Let's get ready to head on out of here, man. Let me tell you something. I don't care what they say. No matter where you are, no matter where you go, always remember alphas up, betas down. It's the motto. Peace.
seems like no matter what you do sometimes, your efforts go underappreciated or unappreciated, period. You know, all we do, man, is try to give men the information they need to become the best version of themselves. No hate. We love women. We don't hate them. We just don't take no foolishness. And we can't be controlled by our lust. Those men can, but not us.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
Now, I'm not gonna tell you, man, that you shouldn't value your woman at all. A woman does have value, but you can't overvalue her and convince yourself that she brings more value to your life than you bring to hers. You know, just the protection and provision is more than a woman can ever make up for, man. So I'm not saying don't give her props for what she does, but damn sure never make her feel like she's more important to you than you are to her, because it's just a figment of your imagination. She knows the truth, so you have to understand the truth as well. This is called the abundance mindset. There's nothing she can give you that you can't give yourself, besides a baby. And do you really want one of those right now? Nope.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
See, the main thing that men let women slide with is shut-uppiness and obedience. Now, when you use the term obedience with a woman, she automatically relates that to being a slave. But slaves aren't obedient. Obedience is a choice. Slaves either do it or die. Shut-uppiness is another thing that women have a problem with. It doesn't mean you can't talk. It means that you can't talk when I'm talking. It means that when we're talking about things that I do as the man, you don't have an opinion on those things, because I make decisions based on facts, not opinions, not even my own opinions, and most certainly not yours.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto.